Hi, everybody. This is Saad for the Saad Truth. 2 years ago this week, my latest book, The Saad Truth about Happiness, came out. And as part of my media tour, I had appeared on Gutfeld the day after the book was released. I've never uploaded my appearance on the show, and so here it is. Many thanks to my daughter for having edited the episode to only include the segments wherein I feature. Hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you think about maybe going out and ordering a copy of this book. It's a really fun book filled with all sorts of practical prescriptions on how to live a happy life. People call me the happy warrior. There's a reason for that. Part of it is genetic, part of it is the mindsets and the decisions that I made in my life. So I hope you find it interesting. Cheers.
Wednesday, everyone. He's the best Canadian import since billowing clouds of wildfire smoke. Professor and author of the book, The Saad Truth About Happiness, Dad Saad. Jeez. Dad, congrats on the book. We had to show the cover there. The cover. It looks like a man talking to a 12-year-old boy saying, "I'm going to be your new daddy." Uh-oh.
That never works out.
I know. Your mother and I deeply love each other. You can still see your original dad, but you answer to me now. The Sad Truth About Happiness. So good to hear. Isn't that weird that your name influences the things that you do? Your name is Sad, but you end up writing a book about happiness. That's very strange.
You know that in Arabic, Saad means happiness and felicity.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So I was meant to write this book.
Wow. I know. My name's Gutfeld, and I have so many stomach issues. I'm not kidding. My whole life is about intestinal distress. It's amazing I can make it through a show. What do you make it to? Do you have a president? You're in Canada, right? You have a president.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. Can we impeach him from America?
I'd like to impeach him from the universe.
I know.
But speaking of corruption, when we first moved from Lebanon to Canada, my dad was constantly receiving a lot of parking tickets. And so he went around trying to look for the cop that he could grease so that he would never receive a parking ticket. And when people explained to him that that's not how it's done in Canada, his answer was, what kind of barbaric country is Canada? And so what happens is that corruption becomes an endemic part of the cultural values of a society. So it amazes me that now in the United States, I actually went through the Corruption Perceptions Index, which ranks every country. US is now number 24 out of 180. If he gets a second term, they're going to head towards Somalia, which is in number 180.
Yeah, so exactly. And who's number one? You know?
It's one of the Scandinavian countries.
They don't count, though.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, it's Scandinavia. I mean, I don't even know what that is. Scandinavia, is that one country or like five? I mean, if you have to go as a group together to a party, that's kind of lame. Anyway, I'll shut up about Scandinavia. They don't air the show here, Kat, so what do I care? So, Professor, I feel like the shoplifting isn't the grossest thing about the video, but what is going on here? Do you think do you think that there's something happening where it's becoming acceptable?
Yeah, so I think it's a conflation between deontological and consequentialist ethics. Deontological is absolute statement. Presumption of innocence is something that is inviolable, right? You don't say, I believe in presumption of innocence, but not for Brett Kavanaugh. If you say the but, then you go into consequentialism. So that's what's happening with this tolerance towards this stuff. Instead of saying we do not tolerate larceny, you're saying, well, if it's in California, it's under 950, is it really a problem? So by conflating consequentialism and deontological, you get this kind of stuff.
Interesting. At least 18 of those words I never heard before. But you're the professor and you got a beard, so what the hell? And a book, by the way. Tyrus Steve. Deep fake Sad. You know, Why is this entertaining, Professor?
It's like orgiastic Caligula, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like the gladiators. It's unbelievable. When I contrast that kind of ethical breach that's happening on that show to say what we have to go through when we're trying to pass a study through the review board for the ethics, and we can't ask people anymore the most banal questions because it might hurt someone's feelings. So that's the level that we have to reach in terms of our ethical conduct. And then you see this kind of stuff, it's unbelievable, the difference in moral standards.
Yeah, I love. You know what's funny though? Reality shows all follow the same patterns, the same music, the same like boom boom. Is there just a band that does that music? Yeah, I'm gonna go see. You know, they do The Bachelor. They do Love Under the Boat or whatever that is. And yeah, they're great. They just
Love Under the Boat. I think that's your own thing.
All right, Dr. Saad, tell me your animal story.
I love dogs.
Yes.
I love play. One of the chapters in the book is about living life as a playground. Mm-hmm. So here you go. Put dogs and play and you've got a beautiful video.
Where is this? Do you know?
I don't.
You don't know.
But that's one of the reasons why we love dogs so much is because they share our obsessive love of play. Look at this. I mean, it's fantastic.
Typical, you have tenure. You're just mailing this in. You're right though. So I just got a dog, and I realized that dogs. Yeah, well, first one in since the accident. But they have to play with other dogs, don't they?
They do.
Because if they don't, they're missing a really part.
They're social animals just like we are, and so we need to interact.
Yeah. I mean, I try to play with my dog, but the officer says that's not play.
Welcome back, Cyrus.
Masks intrinsically scary?
Well, I was going to answer an evolutionary reason for why they're doing this. You ready for this?
Sure.
So usually in Western societies, you have women engaging in sunbathing because they view it as an aesthetic cue, enhancing cue. But in the Far East, your skin color is associated with your social status. The lighter I am, the higher status I am. That's why you have a lot of whitening creams in the Far East.
Wow.
So these kinds of masks are basically saying, I don't want to get dark because if I get dark, that implies that I am of lower status. I need to stay as fair as possible.
Interesting. I didn't see that angle, Tyrus. Huh?